Hi Gandhi class, welcome to your PSHE lesson for this week. And our learning objective for this lesson is, can I use my moral compass to resist pressure? So I want you to have a think about who you consider to be a friend. And I want you to create a mind map to represent the qualities of a friend. So on your mini whiteboard or a piece of paper in the middle, I want you to write what I look for in a friend, and then have some lines drawing off it with the qualities that you think a good friend should have. Pause the video to have a go. So I've created a list of qualities that I think should be in a good friend, and I'm going to go through them with you. And if you've got them on your list, great. If not, you can add them if you'd like. So the first one I've got is loyal. Now, loyal means someone that sticks by you through thick and thin, and they are always championing you and wanting you to do the best. Somebody who is honest. So this is somebody who does not lie to you and always gives you their honest opinion. Kind. Somebody who is kind is nice to you and looks after you. Considerate. Considerate means somebody who cares about your feelings and thinks about what you might like and what you might not like before they do something. Generous. Somebody who wants to give you lots of things. Positive. Somebody who's always really happy and always looks for the best. Unselfish. So this is somebody who isn't selfish, who isn't thinking all about them. They think about you as well. Somebody who's caring, so somebody who looks after you. Somebody who's patient, that means somebody who will wait and help you and listen to you. Somebody who's understanding, so they listen to your problems and they help you out. Somebody who is fair, so they make good choices, and somebody who keeps their promises to you. But what's the opposite of these qualities? Pause the video and have a think if you know what the opposite of these qualities are. So the opposite of loyal is disloyal, and somebody who is disloyal doesn't think about what's best for you and doesn't have your back all the time. The opposite of honest is somebody who is dishonest. Now this is somebody who will lie. The opposite of kind is someone who's unkind, so they might be mean to you. The opposite of considerate is inconsiderate, so they don't really think about your feelings, they just do what's best for them. Or somebody who's selfish. The opposite of generous is, again, somebody who is selfish. So they just really think about themselves. The opposite of positive is negative. So someone who's got quite a negative view on everything might bring you down. The opposite of unselfish is someone who is giving and generous. The opposite of caring is uncaring. So somebody who doesn't really care about your thoughts and feelings. The opposite of patient is impatient. So somebody who expects everything right there and then. The opposite of understanding is misunderstanding. So somebody who doesn't actually quite get what you're thinking or feeling and they can't put themselves in your shoes. The opposite of fair is unfair. And the opposite of keeps their promise is someone who breaks their promises. So these would be the qualities that you would not want to look for in a friend. For you, which qualities make a good friend and which qualities make a bad friend? On a piece of paper, I want you to make a table. And what I would like for you to do is, let me get my pen ready, create a table like this. On one side have good, on one side have bad. And I want you to bullet point a list of qualities that make a good friend and a list of qualities that make a bad friend. So pause the video here to have a go at completing that. And now what I also want you to think about is it possible to have a mixture of good and bad qualities in a friend? If you could write this as a sentence underneath, that would be fantastic. Pause the video here to do that. And if you'd like to extend your sentence more, then can you say why you think it's possible or why you think it's not possible? So what I want you to do now is I want you to have a think about your best friend or a close friend of yours. What makes this friend better than others? Are you loyal to this friend? Does that mean, do you have their backs? If they're in trouble, would you help them? How far would they go to maintain this friendship? So this means, what would they do to keep this friendship of yours? And for example, would you be willing to do anything that your best friend has asked you to do? And if not, why not? Pause the video to have a think about this. So with this last question, would you be willing to do anything that your best friend has asked you to do? Now, if your best friend has asked you to go and steal something from somebody else's, do you think that's the right thing to do? Do you think that's a good thing to do? No, it's not. So we need to really be careful about what our best friends are asking us to do, because sometimes in your heart you might think, oh, that doesn't feel right, I don't think I should do that. And that's where you need to listen to yourself, because you know what is best for you to do. And if you don't think that what your best friend is asking is good, then you shouldn't do it. And if that means that you've lost that best friend, then that's just the way it is, because you need to be true to yourself and know what is good and what is not good to do. So what I want you to do now is, for this first question, I would like for you to write down a sentence. So what things might a friend ask you to do that may go against your beliefs or values? Can you please write a sentence of things a friend might ask you to do that will go against your beliefs or values? Pause the video to have a go at this. Okay, and for the second part, I want you to again just write a quick sentence of different ways that friends may pressure you to do things that you don't want to do. And by that word pressure, we mean push you to do things that you don't want to do. And they keep asking you to do it, even though you know you don't want to. So what kind of things could friends do that would pressure you to do things that you don't want to do? Pause the video to have a think and write it down. Okay, and with the last one, I want you to create a mind map. And I want you to create a mind map of how you could say no, or how you could get out of a situation without causing any offense to someone. So what is a way that you could say, no, I don't want to do that to a friend because it's not a nice thing to do, without getting them upset? So what do you think you could do? Create a mind map of this and pause the video to have a go. So last but not least, what is a moral compass? Pause the video to have a think. So a moral compass is something inside of you that tells you whether or not something is right or wrong to do. How could you use your moral compass to resist pressure? Pause the video to have a think. So we can use our moral compass to resist pressure by listening to it and telling us what is right or wrong. If somebody has asked you to do something or is pressuring you to do something, and your moral compass is saying, oh, that's wrong to do, you need to listen to your moral compass and make a good choice. Please make sure you upload all of your work to Tapestry Gandhi, and I will see you next time. Bye.